You post a happy photo on social media, but you are also posting a hidden map to your front door. This is the alarming truth about geotagging that most seniors miss. Now, sharing our lives through pictures, it's one of the great joys of our time, right? It's how we stay connected with family, how we show off those beautiful flowers in the garden. It's a wonderful thing. But what if I told you that this wonderful tool has a hidden switch, a default setting that was probably turned on without you even knowing, and it could be putting your privacy, even your safety, at risk? So how do we fix this? How do we make sure we're only sharing the memory and not a map to our home? Well, that's exactly what we're going to tackle together today. So what's our goal here today? It's actually really simple, and it's incredibly important. We are going to become digital detectives. We're going to learn how to read this hidden code, not because we want to use it, but because we need to understand it to protect ourselves. We're going to pull back the curtain on this invisible information that gets attached to every single photo you take. And by the end of our time together, you won't just know about the problem, you'll have the solution right in your own hands. We're going to find the one single setting on your phone that acts like a master lock, protecting your home address from ever being exposed. It's a tiny change that brings a huge amount of security and honestly, just peace of mind. So get comfortable and let's get started. Here's the simple roadmap for our journey. First, we'll unpack this idea of a hidden map. Then we'll look at the digital footprint to see exactly how this map gets made without you lifting a finger. After that, we'll cover the most important lesson of the day, something I call your digital address label. Then comes the best part, taking back control, where I'll guide you step by step. We'll wrap up by talking about the real reward here, wisdom and peace of mind. And I'll leave you with a simple final step, your gentle challenge. It's a clear path from understanding the issue to feeling confident you've got it handled. Okay, we've got our roadmap, so let's start at the very beginning. It all begins with something we all love to do, taking pictures. This whole idea of a hidden map is the key to everything else, and it starts the moment you press that button to capture a memory. Think about it. When you snap a picture with your phone, you think you're just capturing a memory, a grandchild's smile, a gorgeous sunset on vacation, but your phone, in its attempt to be helpful, is capturing way more than what your eyes see. With every click, it creates this invisible file, like a secret little sticky note that it attaches to the back of that digital photo. You can't see it on the screen, but trust me, it's there, and it travels with that photo wherever it goes. And the reason we're here today is to find out exactly what's written on that secret note. So how does this secret note get written? How is this hidden map even made? Let's take a quick peek under the hood. I promise no confusing tech talk. This is all about how your phone, completely on its own, creates this digital footprint, usually without you ever knowing it's happening. It's a feature that was probably designed with good intentions, to help you organize your photos, but it has some seriously dangerous, unintended side effects. Okay, this secret ingredient has a fancy name, EXIF metadata. But let's just forget that term. A much better way to think of it is as a digital fingerprint. Your phone automatically leaves this fingerprint on every single image. It's got the basics like the date and the time, maybe even what kind of phone you used. But here's the critical piece, the part that creates all the risk. This digital fingerprint almost always includes the exact GPS coordinates, the precise latitude and longitude of the very spot on Earth where you were standing. And it's accurate down to just a few feet. All right, so the phone is recording where you are. You might be thinking, so what? My map app does that all the time. What's the big deal? And that's a perfectly fair question. Why should we be so worried about our phones tagging the location of our pictures? Well, the answer might surprise you. The risk isn't just that someone knows where you took one photo. The real danger is what they can do by connecting the dots. Let's make this real for a second. Imagine you're on a fantastic 2-week cruise. You post a beautiful photo of the sunset over the ocean, just sharing your joy with friends and family. But what you don't realize is that you might be sending a very different message to the wrong person. A burglar sees this. The photo's hidden digital fingerprint says, taken Tuesday at 8 p.m. in the middle of the Caribbean. They now know with 100% certainty that you are not home. Then all they have to do is scroll back through your photos to that picture you posted last spring of your prize-winning roses, and boom, the fingerprint on that photo gives them the exact GPS coordinates of your backyard. You've just accidentally handed them a time-stamped invitation to your empty home. And this example really hits home what's truly at stake here. We're not just talking about privacy in some vague way. We're talking about protecting your high-value physical assets, your jewelry, your electronics, those heirlooms you've cherished for years. We're talking about the fundamental security of your home, that feeling of being safe in your own space. And when that gets compromised, it can affect your financial safety for sure. But honestly, most importantly, it's about your peace of mind. It's about protecting our ability to enjoy our lives, our travels, our hobbies, our time with family, without that little nagging fear in the back of our minds. Now that we understand the very real risks, let's talk about the solution. And the good news is, it's surprisingly simple. This brings us to the single most important lesson of our entire time together. If you only remember one thing today, please let it be this. This is the simple idea that will forever change how you think about the photos you share. I want you to picture a tiny, invisible sticker on every single photo you take. And on that sticker, your home address is written in permanent ink. That's exactly what geotagging is. It's a digital address label. Just like you put a label on a suitcase so it finds its way home, your phone is putting a digital label on your photos that tells anyone who knows how to look, this memory was made right here. And if that photo was taken in your living room or your garden, you've basically just stapled your home address to that picture for anyone to see. So, how do we peel off this invisible sticker? Well, our defense is a simple but really powerful two-part strategy. The most important thing you can do is, step 1, stop the data at the source. We need to tell the camera, hey, stop writing down the address. If the GPS data is never recorded in the first place, it can never, ever be accidentally shared. This is the ultimate fix. Now, step 2 is all about awareness. You have to understand that this data is persistent. It sticks to the photo like glue. A lot of people think that sending a photo through email or a private message is safe, but most of the time, that hidden digital fingerprint is still right there. Prevention is always, always better than a cure. All right, we get the risk, we have our strategy. Now comes the most empowering part, taking action. Are you ready to take back control? Let's walk through the steps together, and I promise you, it's easier than you think. I'm gonna guide you through this nice and slow. This is absolutely something you can do yourself in just a couple of minutes. Okay, first things first, we need to find the right control panel on your phone. So after we're done here, I want you to pick up your phone and look for the main Settings app. It's usually a gray icon that looks like a little gear. Go ahead and tap on that. Once you're inside, just scroll down a bit. You're looking for a line that says Privacy and Security. On some phones, it might just say Location. Don't worry if it's a little different, just look for those keywords. Tap it. Now in that menu, you should see an option called Location Services. It's important that this main switch is turned on, because that's what lets your map app work. We're not turning that off. We're just gonna decide which apps get to use it. Now for the final, most important step, the one that solves the whole problem. Inside Location Services, you'll see a list of every app on your phone. Just scroll through that list until you find your camera app. Tap on Camera. This will open a new screen with a few choices. You might see options like While using the app or Ask next time. The one we want, the one that gives you complete privacy for your photos, is the one that says Never. When you tap Never, you have just given your phone a very clear, permanent order. Do not ever record my location when I take a picture. And just like that, you've done it. You have taken a massive step toward protecting your privacy. Seriously, give yourself a pat on the back. Just look at the powerful difference this one little tap on your screen makes. On the left side, with that setting on, every photo is a potential breadcrumb trail right back to you. Your home location could be exposed. You're basically broadcasting your travel schedule. But look at the right side. With that one setting turned off, you're in control. Your photos become just photos again, pure and simple memories. Your home stays private. You're sharing beautiful moments, not your sensitive data. It is a complete transformation from vulnerable to protected. Okay, now that we've fixed the technical part, let's adopt 2 simple habits to make this knowledge stick. First, there's the home zone rule. Even with location services turned off for your camera, it's just a smart habit to avoid posting photos that clearly show the front of your house or your street sign. Think of your home as your private sanctuary, not a public landmark. Second is the travel safety check. Before you leave for that wonderful trip, just take 10 seconds. Open your settings and double check that your camera's location is still set to Never. It's a quick, simple check that keeps your home safe while you're off making new memories. Now that we've covered the how, let's talk about the why, because this isn't about being afraid of technology, not at all. It's about gaining the wisdom to use it safely. The real reward here isn't just a changed setting on a phone, it's that deep sense of peace that comes from knowing you are in control. I really want you to feel a sense of accomplishment here. By understanding and changing this one hidden setting, you are closing one of the biggest digital privacy loopholes out there. This isn't some complicated skill reserved for experts. It's a simple, proactive step that anyone can take. You're taking charge. You're the one who decides what information gets shared with the world. And that's a really powerful feeling.
And the results of taking this control are so real. It's not just a technical fix, it's an emotional one. Imagine feeling that much less anxious every time you share a photo of your family online. That's what this does. This one action gives you a real, measurable increase in your home security. And it all comes together to create this wonderful foundation of greater peace of mind, so you can fully enjoy your retirement, your family, your life, without that little digital worry buzzing in the background.
So, as we come to the end of our time together, I have one last thing to ask of you. It's not homework, it's just a gentle challenge, an invitation to put this powerful knowledge into practice right away and really lock in the confidence you've built here today. The single biggest takeaway from all of this is right here. Your privacy requires intentional action. These devices, these apps, they are often designed to share everything by default. So it's up to us to be intentional, to be thoughtful, and to make the conscious choice to keep our private lives private. That's the simple truth of living safely in this modern world. So here is your challenge for today. Please don't put this off. As soon as we're finished, pick up your phone, open that little gear icon for the Settings app, and just follow the path we talked about. Go to Privacy, then Location Services, and just scroll down until you see the word camera. You don't even have to change it right away if you're not ready. The first and most important victory is simply finding it, because that proves you know where the control is, and that awareness is the first step to total control. We've uncovered that hidden danger, the fact that our phones can secretly share our GPS location with every picture we take. But more importantly, we found the simple, powerful solution. Finding that one setting and turning the camera's location service to never stops that dangerous data from ever being created in the first place. And I want to leave you with this one final reassuring thought. Taking control of this one hidden setting is a small action, but its effect is huge. It ensures your safety is protected, that your home remains your private sanctuary, and that your cherished memories of family, of travel, of a life well lived remain just that, beautiful memories and not maps for the world to follow.